Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at some retro cup battles using a level 51 Pachirisu. This thing is amazing. It took forever to get the candies. We're finally here. The only downfall on this thing is it's got all electric moves, so if you go up against a ground type, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So we are going to be pairing it up with Shadow Lugia, Shadow Dragonite, Arachnoid, as well as a couple of others here. So let's see what we can do. If you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. Let's see what we have going on. Shadow Hitmonchan as well. So basically just an all Shadow sidekick team here alongside Pachirisu. Alright, so we have Arachnoid up against the Drapion. We're just going to go straight for the Bug Buzz here. This is actually going to do a lot of damage because it is Shadow, also part Dark, and Poison, so it's not necessarily super effective, but as you can see, doing quite a bit. Letting that go, no problem at all. Going to be bringing back Pachirisu to just do one quick move, take him out here, and that Nidoqueen is going to be a massive problem for the Pachirisu because it's ground type. There's nothing we can do, quite literally. Even Thunder, I mean, the strongest move up against the Shadow version is still not going to really be doing too much. So you better have a little bit of coverage if you do use this Pachirisu. Alright, so we have that Obstagoon here. I think we're going to, shield this up. See if we can farm down. That's the only way we're going to be able to make this happen here. Going for the Dragon Claw and Dragonite Shadow is amazing. So a couple more Dragon Breaths and taking the win there. Looking good. You have to look out for Wall Rain, of course, okay? Because being Shadow, Dragonite in the Great League, it's going to be doing quite a bit of damage. Next battle, we're met with the Surf Fetch. They're going to be retreating with energy and bringing in their Cresselia. And Shadow Lugia is on the scene here. So it does have Aeroblast, but I don't think we're going to be going for that anytime because it's just too risky using up all that energy when I could just simply get a shield. We're doing so much damage anyway with Dragon Tail. But I do have Aeroblast, so if I ever want to use it, well, it's there. We're going for the Sky Attack and bringing them into the red, going for another Sky Attack. No shield, unfortunately. See, there was an opportunity to go for it, but still taking the win there. They're bringing in Gamefreak to farm us down. Pachirisu loaded up with energy here, getting one more quick move through, then going for the Thunder Punch. Let's see if we can get a shield, and no shield. Wow, that's doing no damage. Going for another one here, see if we can get one. See, Pachirisu is very tanky, but we're going to go ahead and shield that up. Dark Pulse out. Wouldn't have done too much, but that doesn't really matter. We still want to just shield it up. Swapping into our Dragonite after we got that shield. Doing a ton of damage with Dragon Breath. I kind of wanted to go with Dragon Tail, but we're just going to go ahead and stick with our Dragon Breath here, taking them out. Or they made a quick swap there. It has like 1 HP, bringing in their Surf Fetch. And I do believe we're going to just shield this up. Night Slash would have been enough. They have to. Okay, this is getting a little close. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this off because of the Gamefreak. It does have energy here. And as much as I think I could have maybe farmed down, but the Gamefreak will win CMP, and we're too slow to get off a quick move. It's just Volt Switch is just not one of those one-turn moves, and they're taking the win. They're good game. They win in that with a couple HP. Next battle met with a Drifblim. Good matchup. They're going to be swapping into a Cresselia. And yet again, the Shadow Lugia is going to be able to go into the battle here for us. We're going to be able to take a Moonblast. Two of them, not so much because of the Psycho Cuts. They're not really doing too much damage, but they are adding up here. So they can bait us with a Grass Knot, but we're going to go ahead and shield it. It's going to be another Moonblast, building up to 2 Sky Attacks. Going to go ahead and throw the first one. So, like I said, it's just too risky sometimes. Like, we could have taken him out with Aeroblast there, which would have been nice and all. But now we're going to be able to, well, not secure. Yeah, Aeroblast would have been it. But hey, sometimes you just have to take that gamble, right? So they're within farm down range. We're going to go ahead and bring in Pachirisu, which should be able to take them out. This should be a Grass Knot. Don't think they had enough time to get to another Moonblast, and Pachirisu just absorbing that, no problem, while building up all this energy. We have a Deoxys in the back. And yeah, it could be a problem because they do have Thunderbolt and Rock Slide. So we're going to go ahead and just bring this in anyways, knowing that they have the Drifblim, trying to get to this first. I know that this is probably going to be a loss, but we're going to just see what's going to happen here. And Icy Wind, so we're just going to let it go. Best bet is just simply farm this down. Well, throw this, because if they lower our attack, then we're going to be looking actually worse here. So we have to rely on the Pachirisu's thickness. Can it pull it off for us, folks? So we took out the Drifblim. They didn't lower our attack. Okay, we're looking good. They have energy. We're going to shield up this first one. I'm thinking they're going to start just throwing these Psycho Boosts at us here. So we go for the Thunderbolt. They survive. And, oh, they get to the charge move, folks. We snuck through a quick move. Can we survive this? And we do. and we get one more through, we take the win. Pachirisu holding it down. And we will be swapping out the lead here, not for now, but later down the line. So we're met with a Alolan Marowak Shadow version. So this is going to be the first time we've seen this in the Retro Cup because, well, it's kind of a newer Shadow. And a very good one at that. And we do have to look out for Bone Club because you already know, that's super effective, but we can take one. So we're going to go for a Thunder Punch here after landing a Thunderbolt, which is pretty nice. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to catch a Bone Club, right? Ground, not very effective. They hit me with a Shadow Bone. Almost one-shots my damn Dragonite. Can't believe it. They swap into Greedent. Now, since the Bullet Seed is doing so much, but it is going to be farming very fast, I decided to go ahead and shield because, well, we're going to be doing a lot with Dragon Breath, plus Dragon Claw is putting on a lot of pressure. They've already used a shield here, and this is going to be quite nice because, well, the Greedent is basically out of here, and that could be problematic because of the crunch and the spam ability on the Pachirisu. Since we bring it so low, we're going to be able to farm it down here, and this is going to be perfect and have a bunch of energy on it. So they go for the crunch and they get the defense drop. Very nice. All right, so they got one shield. We got one shield going. What was that? What did they just throw into battle there? Was a knockdown? Sounds good to me. So we go for a Thunder Punch. They swap back into the Alolan Marowak, and I'm thinking, you know, we're just going to go ahead and let this go. Fire Blast me. Very nice. You know, I got to respect the Fire Blast. So I'm just thinking Pachirisu is going to be resisting the knockdowns, quick moves, as well as the Sky Attack. They could go for Shadow Ball, but we should be able to outpace them here and then get to the Thunderbolt. And we're shielding this up. We go for a Thunderbolt, and we're going to be taking the win. Thank you very much, Pachirisu. And we're looking good. Just wait till Hitmonchan comes onto the scene, folks. That thing is always amazing. All right, next battle, we're met with a Greedent here, and this is a kind of a neutral-ish matchup. Let's see who's going to be able to win it here. They do get the defense drop. If they go for the crunch, that's not going to be great. Body Slam Spam versus the Pachirisu. Let's see how much Thunderbolt does. All right, that's a good amount of damage, but we're definitely not going to be able to outpace the Greedent here because this thing is just amazingly spammy with Bullet Seed as well as that Body Slam. So they're getting to another one here. They're not going to be able to quick move us down, but we're getting to a charge move. Going for the Thunder Punch, we might be able to get to another one here before they get to a Body Slam. And, oh, we go for the Thunderbolt. They swap into their Hypno, so we swap into our Lugia. So we got to look out for Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Shadow Ball, a whole bunch of stuff. But the thing is, we do resist the quick move, which is pretty big here when we do have shields to just shield up those. But it's not like it's taking forever for them to get to. Okay, since we've already used a shield, we're going to go ahead and let this go. See what happens here. Maybe it's a, oh, Shadow Ball. But wow, I can't believe this. It survives with 1 HP. They probably can't even believe it survived. That's amazing. So we're able to land that Sky Attack, bring in the Dragonite, which is great. Thank you, Lugia. What a tank, even in its shadow form in the Great League, taking a Shadow Ball. All right, they bring in their Pokemon with no HP. Maybe they had a charge move almost ready to go. And we're going to be able to outpace the Cofagrigus here with the Dragon Breath, simply because Shadow Dragon Breath is just disgusting damage. And they go for a Psychic, maybe trying to get some sort of defense drop here. We're going to get to another Dragon Claw. And thank you, Shadow Dragonite, taking the win for us. Always trusty. Very squishy. All right, into the next battle, folks. What are we going to see? Vigoroth sounds good to me. Bulldoze, they do have that, I would assume. We do need to look out for it. It is going to be doing a decent amount of damage, but we can take one no problem. It's not going to be like life-threatening for the Pachirisu here. But I do decide to swap to try to catch because we do have 2 flyers, so we might as well swapping into the Lugia. Unfortunately, not Body Slam, and still doing a lot of damage. And then, of course, they bring in a Cofagrigus, so here we go. They're definitely going to be farming us down. Dragonite in the back, so we can, you know, work around the situation here. Hopefully, there's not going to be a ground type in the back, because if there is, well, we're not going to be looking too great once the Dragonite does go down. So we bring in the Pachirisu, so we can absorb whatever they do throw. Well, we're going to take the Psychic first. And now we'll let this one go because, yeah, I had the energy for Thunder Punch. But don't think it would have been enough. And now we are able to get to the Thunder here. Going for the Psychic. And 1 shield to 1 shield. Dragonite in the back, ready to go. Bring in the Vigoroth. I bring in Dragonite. I take them out before they're able to get to their charge move. And they have a Hypno in the back. Alright, so it's getting pretty close. Pachirisu, you can count on that. Because even if it has low health, so long as it's not like too low, you should be okay to do a couple of quick moves and potentially even get to your charge move here. So here we are. Dragonite goes down. They have no more shields left. Pachirisu, can you pull this off for us? And folks. Unfortunately, Pachirisu is going to survive and get to the freaking charge move. Are you kidding me? 1 HP in a dream again. Pachirisu said, no, I am 100% level 51. Let's go. What? That was incredible. Next battle, we're met with a Toxic Croak. All right, so the damage is going to be, okay, we're going to let this go. See, take a look. See, Pachirisu's tanky. Yeah, it's doing quite a bit, but, you know, once you've used it enough, you understand what it can take and whatnot. So we're getting a shield, and they're going to be swapping to catch. Okay, sounds good to me. Bringing in a Stunfisk. All right, very nice catch with your ground type. And here we go with the Hitmonchan. Let's get it. So we do have Thunder Punch and Ice Punch. You're going to go for the Ice Punch. And what they do here is, it's fine. You know, I was going to use a shield either way, but I shield this up. It is a Rock Slide. And then they go for another one here. So they definitely did have the energy for an Earthquake. But they're going to be able to do damage plus get a shield from me. So that's a nice strategy as well. Expecting the Toxic Croak, but they bring in Pelipper. And I'm like, let's get it. We're going to go for the Thunder Punch, and we one-shot them. Bring it in that Toxic Croak. I immediately swap into the Dragonite here. And we're just simply going to shield this up. Oh yeah, Sludge Bomb. And we Dragon Breath down and take the win. Let's go. All right, moving on to the next battle. We're met with a Gyarados. I mean, that's as good as it can get. All right, this is RPS. They swap into their Kingdra. We bring in our Dragonite. Now, this is still rock, paper, scissors-esque, but they're doing a lot of damage to us. We're able to get to the Dragon Claw before they are. Able to get to their Octazooka, bringing in their Gyarados to Dragon Breath us down. In goes to Pachirisu, and I'm just going to go for this right away. I'm thinking, you know, I'm just going to take you out. All right, might as well just go for it here before they get to a charge move, but they're getting to one. And I do decide to shield it up just for good measure, since we're in such a good situation, just to farm them up. And they did make a very nice catch here with their Dragonair. Okay, looking good. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Hitmonchan here, doing a ton of damage with our counter. Now, do we let it go? Yeah, we're just going to shield that up. Yeah, shield it up, farm all the way down. We'll have a bunch of energy ready to go here. We'll get shield to do a bunch of damage, bringing in that Gyarados. Just going straight for the Thunder Punch. And can we counter down? No, getting to another Thunder Punch though. Hitmonchan holding it down, and let's get it, taking the win. All right, moving on to the next battle here. I think we lead with Hitmonchan or Dragonite, met with a Regirock. Okay, well that's not great. I think I do something pretty wacky here. So I wanted to catch, I screw up, so I end up just double shielding. So Regirock is definitely going to be good. So we shielded the first one here, going for the Dragon Claw. I think the play is now going to be, well, I was going to say if they shielded up, then farm down, but they let it go. So now we double shield, and they got 2 shields here. We got an energy and pretty much full health, and they're bringing in a Frostlass, so that's not good. We're going to go ahead and do as much damage as we can while throwing a Dragon Claw before we get out of here. We don't want to keep going up against that. We're just extremely weak to it. Bringing in Pachirisu. I mean, this is our best option to just absorb whatever they throw at us. Throwing a Shadow Ball, swapping into Lickitung here. So, folks, we might have something going on here. I certainly thought this was going to be a loss, but it's not over until it's over here. Just goes to show sometimes you can double shield in the front. I mean, it's not like a secret, you know. Double shield in the front, and then you can take the win there. Anyway, what's going on? Lickitung taking us out. They have 1 shield left. We got the Dragonite. So this is what I do here. Watch. So I bring in the Dragonite. I farm up a little bit to make sure we have a Dragon Claw. Did you see that? So we're ready to go. But they know what we just did there. So they know they need to hold on to that shield. So they're bringing in their Frostlass. We go for the Thunder Punch. All right, we're getting that shield. Let's get it. Come on, let's go. I'm thinking Dragonite's going to be able to take them out with the Dragon Claw. Yeah, let's go. We're going to be able to take this win. And exactly, I played it perfect. But take a look at what happens here. Taking out the Frostlass, but the Lickitung takes us out with a Lick. It was too quick with that Lick, folks. Next battle, we're met with a Frostlass with our Hitmonchan. Go figure. All right, go freaking figure. All right, so we're going to stay here for now. I mean, swapping is not going to be great because we do have the Lugia back there. Now, I think we do want to shield this because we can still outpace them to some degree, and we're still doing a lot of damage with counter. I mean, we're basically on the same pace as far as taking each other out. They're going a little bit faster, but still we're doing good for them being a ghost type, right? So we're going to let that go. We got Bolt Shield, bringing in Pachirisu, And as far as farming down, I don't think that's going to be the best play because they're going to be able to just spam us with that avalanche. So we're going to go ahead and take them out with a thunder punch here. Don't even need to hit all these bubbles. And down they go. Where they're going to bring in a Kofik Regus. Going to go for the Thunderbolt. We got the Shadow Lugia in the back. I don't think that would be the best option to swap. So we're going to want to just stay here for now. Yeah, let this go. They go for Shadow Ball, bring in the Lugia. Everything they throw is going to be super effective. Oh, well, other than Psychic, okay? But they're going to be making a swap. Now, they bring in Medicham. They hit me with Ice Punch. We're just hanging on. I'm like, no, we're not going to lose this. We build up to 2 Sky Attacks, and that's what we needed to do. We needed to hold on to that shield, getting them out of here with one more Dragon Tail, and they're going to be going for their charge move. We're going to get to the Sky Attack and take that win with a Lugia Shadow. Let's go. It's always so fun using this thing. Wish I was able to get off some Aeroblast for you, but fortunately it's just not the way it happened today. Next battle met with an Altaria, so this is not great. Even though we have Thunder Punch, we're going to go ahead and just retreat and bring in our Lugia here, seeing that the Pachirisu can counter it to some degree. It's not a hard counter, but it is a counter, so I just went in with the Lugia right away. Let's see what they have to counter me with. They're just staying here for now, going for the Moonblast and staying in the fight and taking the win. So I think we want to bring in Hitmonchan and counter them down, right? Their flyer. Or bring in Pachirisu. Okie dokie. And, oh, it's this battle. All right, great. So, you already know, we got Hitmonchan. If they have something else weak to fighting, it's going to be a wrap, pretty much. So we swap it to Hitmonchan here to take the Rock Slide or X-Scissor because we resist both of those. Even though we're Shadow, we're still going to be able to take those pretty nicely. Then they have a Lickitung in the back. So this is looking pretty good for the Hitmonchan, folks. Going for that Thunder Punch, getting that first shield. We're absolutely going to be shielding this up because we want to do as much damage as we can with that counter. You definitely want to rely on your quick move. Do not underestimate your opponent's charge move and quick moves because that will definitely help you take the loss, right? So they have the Crustle back there. We counter down, take the win, looking good, moving on to our next opponent. And this is an absolutely horrible lead up against a Shadow Hypno. Are you kidding? With my Shadow Hitmonchan, making a swap into Lugia, and they bring in Lickitung, so they are countering us front and back so far. Let's see if they're going to counter a center as well. All right, building it to almost 2 Sky Attacks. Going for the first one again. I just don't have the guts. See, they shielded it up exactly. So we go for the Sky Attack, and I'm sure they're going to let this go. Yep, and they're going to farm us down. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in Hitmonchan to farm it down so we have some energy to throw at the Hypno whenever they do bring that back in. We're going to let this go. Body Slam is going to do quite a bit, and we're able to farm down. Beautiful. They've used a shield. They're not going to be obligated, but we make an immediate swap into our Pachirisu, and they have a Primeape in the back. Okay, sounds good to me, and we're going to go ahead and shield this up just for good measure so the Pachirisu can stay nice and healthy here. Going for the Thunder Punch. Again, I just don't want to get a shield potentially here. Thunder Punch is still doing quite a bit, and we're going to just be able to take them out here. But we have a Hypno, right? So they're going to be able to kind of just farm us up here. Hitmonchan's still going to be able to put in the work. You're going to see here. I mean, let's just see what happens here. So we go for a Thunder Punch, and at this point, we just need to get that shield. Beautiful, done. Swapping into our Hitmonchan, they throw a Thunder Punch. And they barely tap it because they want to farm up. Exactly, yeah, they're trying to farm us up. Okay, I see you. So we're getting to the Thunder Punch, beautiful. And bringing in the Pachirisu, we already had energy. It's over, it's a wrap, folks. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. And I'll be catching you all on my next one.